Good evening, Soul Tribe. Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, the shares, the views, the subscribes, the comments, donations, everything, memberships, everything. Let's ring the bell. Let's clear the energy and let's see what the message the Spirit has for us. Hi, Kate. How are you? Hey, sis. It was funny that in the beginning there was a ring, but then as I kept shaking the bell, the ring stopped. Like maybe somebody was deep in thought of something that happened. Bottom of the deck, intuition. Their intuition could be at play. You know, maybe somebody felt like instead it was time for them to let something go, or it was time for them to, let something go. Because what they were trying to continue, what they were given so much passion towards was not good for them. It was disrupting them. So maybe somebody's intuition is letting them know it's time to let something go. Hey, Yolanda, how are you? Long time no see. Yeah, somebody's felt disrupted their entire life. Could be having to do with a relationship. Maybe somebody allowed somebody else to kind of get in between of them, but it's having something to do with their heart, having something to do with somebody moving on and somebody else feeling, the conflict and defeat, and that being brought to light about this relationship and how this relationship was the fulfillment of their wishes, their hopes, and their dreams. Somebody's now seeing, and it's being brought to attention, how somebody's disconnected. How maybe they didn't listen to what their crown had told them to do, what their ancestors had told them to do, what their every fiber of their being told them to do. What's the message? Somebody's reflecting. And they're thinking about everything. Maybe what they put in to get them disrupted, the things that they've done. They're thinking about everything. And how it's their destiny. How it is their destiny that what they put out there is now coming around to them. This person, they're sitting here thinking to themselves like they knew better. They knew better. It was like for some reason they were at this point in their life where they felt discontent. They felt bored. They felt like life should be more exciting than it was over here with you. Like it was going to be much more exciting out there. But they're finding that it wasn't. Not at all. The excitement was with you. They're finding that now where they're at, they're totally disconnected, disrupted, dissatisfied. All because they didn't listen to what their intuition, what their crown chakra, what everything was telling them to do. Thank you, Sia. Thank you so very much. I really do appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah. Someone's hoping that Someone is hoping that their intuition is telling them right, or telling them correctly that love, really does begin. Not even so much that it begins, that it's still there. Because this person has definitely been suffering in silence, and they've been waiting. They've been waiting for the right occasion, the right time, because and since then they've just been in this perpetual state of heartache and loss. They understand now that at one time they thought that they was going to sacrifice you. Come to find out, they sacrificed themselves. Thank you so very much, Sia. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Hey, RP. How are you? Hey, Wedding Cake. How are you? Yeah, somebody, their finances have been affected. It's like there's some type of disruption within their finances, within their material and spiritual prosperity. Something is at a disconnect, because until they can go within and deal with this and move on away from that shadow side, that disconnect is going to stay there. This is something that they need to deal with. This is something they need to transform from. They need to get away from that temptation. It is time to transform. It's time to change. Yes, it's time to drop the dead weight. What's the message? Someone is thinking about, all the like now they're thinking about how, they thought that you wasn't holding shit down. But now they're finding out you held shit down. You held it all down. And for them to think that somebody else had magically showed up, maybe in some type of I don't know, Peter Pan fairy suit, sprinkled some type of pixie dust and took care of the bills or whatever the fuck you had to take care of. Nobody else did it. You did it. They was lying to themselves about how strong you were, how much you took care of, how grounded you were. They wanted to, it's like their ego. It was like because of their ego. They couldn't take it that like you was doing something they couldn't do. And so they had thought that they was getting ready to hit you with, well, you're going to be sad because of this. I'm going to take something away from you, only to find out that that was the one who was sad, because you knew, okay, I have no choice except to move on, because I know what you give to me you'll also receive that. Hey, Truth, how are you? Hey, Shaylin. Hey, Mo, sweetheart, how are you? So yeah, somebody, they are hoping, wishing, wanting to have another opportunity. They hoping, wishing, wanting that your love is still there. It's like they didn't realize exactly how strong you were, like how much you had on your shoulders. Yeah, somebody wants a new chance. They want to start over with you. Good. I'm glad that you're staying blessed. Well, hello, God's Echo. How are you? Long time no see. Yeah, someone is hoping that, they're receiving, they feel like they're receiving the downloads that, yes, they need to come towards you, and it was just a matter of time, maybe y'all needed some time apart or something, and they hope that that's the correct download that they feel like they've been receiving. Hey, Kahina, how are you? But they hope that you don't uh 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 what's the word, reject them, because this person, they've actually been transforming. Even though you haven't heard anything from them, they have been transforming. Hey, Marie. Because it was them looking at you that has ignited something within them that made them want to change, made them want to be a better person, because they were looking at you. And saw how much you had to offer, how much you offered the world, how you continue to grow, how you never stopped. You didn't have those bad days. You kept a smile on your face and you kept it moving, sister or brother, however the shoe fits. And the more you did, the faster, you just grew, you grew. And it seemed like all of a sudden you had so much. First, you started off with this little seed. Next thing you know, you had a tree. Next thing you know, you're bearing fruit. And someone sees it didn't take long before you started bearing fruit just from that little seed. That's when someone realized exactly how wise you were and how you've been here before. That's when someone realized they didn't give you enough credit where credit was due, because you were doing the thing that other people couldn't do. You were doing the thing other people couldn't figure out. Hey, mistyped creations. You was doing the damn thing. This is what was brought to the light. This is what stood out to this person to let them know that they was the one who missed out, not you. They did. Now they don't feel so confident. They don't feel so cocky. They don't feel so egotistical and arrogant because they realize they was the one who messed up. They was the one who screwed the pooch. You was just holding the camera. What's the message, Spirit? Yeah. You was just holding the camera. You was like, what you doing? Go ahead. Do the damn thing. I see you over there. Like I said. and people are talking about how much success you've had in such a short time, like all of a sudden, as if, what's the thing, whenever you see a shooting star, you say that starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight, wish I may, wish I might, have the wish I wish tonight, and then you made your wish and your wish came true. What's the message, Spirit? Thank you, RB. Thank you for the shooting stars. Thank you. Yeah. you. Now somebody's thinking that they should have taken some time to really choose wisely, because now it makes sense that you can only make a decision once. You make the wrong decision and your ass is out there. That's it. It's a wrap. You know? It's like somebody realizing that they was too old to be acting brand new. Shit. What's the message? Thank you. Yeah. You get what you give. See, somebody wanted to give you some heartache and loss. This is why this is perfect for them. And they realize this. Hola, Marcia. They realize this. Just that fuck around and find out. Well, they on the find out side. Because they done already fucked around. What's the message? Yeah. They sacrifice themselves. Guess what? Their intuition is letting them know they sacrifice themselves. Their intuition is letting them know it's time. They're very aware of the mistake that they made, the misstep that they made. Anything else? Yeah, they're very aware. They are very aware of the misstep that they made. Not just them, everybody else, because it was like they was being so stubborn. You know, put your arms down. You can't do shit with your arms crossed. You know? Like they see, everybody seeing, and they see how they deceived themselves, thinking they was just all of that and a bag of chips. No, motherfucker. You wasn't. How you like me now? What's the message, Spirit? See? Because see, somebody sees how you transformed and how you stand your motherfucking ground, how you stand 10 toes down for yourself. And that's what they're thinking about. They should have been able to do that. Now that somebody is putting it together, now they starting the light bulb is going off. That you were doing your purpose. This is your destiny. And you have so much spiritual strength around you. That's why when they was trying to do all this fuck shit to you, it wasn't happening. It was going back to them. You know, that's why they standing here like, oh, well, damn. That's why this motherfucker wasn't trying to give you your props, you know, on how you was standing 10 toes down. You was having their back. And then some. You know, that this motherfucker didn't. That's why they had to figure out that they was the one who was at the disconnect, and the reason was that they was having these memories of loss. Because look, they was feeling that deception and that envy because they didn't choose wisely. That's why they was having that emotional withdrawal and they was suffering in silence. This is all them. This is all them. This is what they wanted for you. All of this was what they wanted for you. They wanted you to be confused, not to be able to choose wisely. They wanted you to be envious of them. They wanted you to lose out. They wanted nobody to want to be around you, for you to act like you had the stinkiest feet in the world, and for you to be fucking suffering in silence. But look at you now. People can't wait to talk to you now. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. Now somebody want to be on your side. They want to be just like you. Now they be like, damn, you know what? I should have followed that lead. Yeah. You sure the fuck should have. Because now somebody's understanding that had they followed that lead, followed their own third eye, they would have been in that perfect spiritual union. They'd be happy right now. They would be happy not having to go through a fucking transformation themselves. They would have already transformed, not having to deal with this fucking disconnect that they was dealing with for some fuck shit that they was trying to put you through. Oh well, you learning today, right? Yeah, somebody feel all alone, and they feel like, hey, they broke, they're going through some rough times with their money and shit. It was good enough for somebody else, wasn't it? You aware of that, right? It was good enough for somebody else, right? You was you was just doing the damn thing. You wanted people to look at you, to look at, somebody else like, oh well, look at them, da da da. All right, well now people looking at you like, oh, okay, I see how you are. I see what kind of person you are. Yes. What's the message? Which one should I use? Let's see. Okay, this one. 3 of Cups. Ooh, that's not good. I don't care how you slice that shit. This is not good. See, somebody thought that the grass was greener. This is not. This is turf. This is definitely a turf. 2121 in the chat. Thank you, Kate. Yeah, this is not a good thing. Somebody thought that they was getting something. They did. They got something. They got screwed. That's what they got. But they didn't think they was going to get that. They thought it was going to get something else. Something good. Something that they wanted. Boop. Nope. Not this time. What's the message, Spirit? Yeah. Whew. Somebody feels like they have to defend themselves. Maybe because they didn't see a certain situation for the way it really truly was. You know what I'm saying? They underestimated something. They didn't really do their homework to find out who was really going to try and do what, and who was truly who. And not just who was truly who, but what the truth was of the whole situation. And maybe, just maybe, don't go running off no motherfucking cliffs looking like no motherfucking fool until you've checked out all the information. Because what you think is love is going to turn out not to be love. It's going to turn out to be a heartache. It's going to turn out to be confusion. It's going to turn out to be a cacophony. It's going to turn out to be a butt fuckery. But it's not going to turn out to be love. And you won't be able to get mad at nobody but yourself. Because I just bet you at some point somebody told you the truth. They said, listen, Linda, listen, Linda. Don't do that. But somebody said, you don't tell me what to do. You don't own me. You ain't my mama. You and my mama got different addresses. You just saying that you mad. You just mad because you ain't my dad. Somebody was like, okay, I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do. You was like, okay, do it. I see they wrapped your clothes. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry. Yeah. Somebody having to, find that they working a lot on having to protect themselves. Seriously. Yeah. Because then they find that everybody that they thought was down for them is they having to protect themselves, because now then they have to do it, and they find it's hard to do it because they seeing now that everybody that they thought was down for them was trying to stab them in the back. That's why all that shit. That's why that shit is all just disconnected, discombobulated, this shit, and this, that, and dismantled, this everything. Yes. And this person is sitting here looking at you, looking independent, self-sufficient, looking all nice, giving them the bird and everything. And they can't get mad because it was a decision that they made. You had a decision to make too, and what you decided was it was time for you to go. It was time for you to allow spirit to take you where you needed to go. Hey, Lightworker William. Marcia, did you have renter's insurance? Yeah, somebody, you know what, it's like somebody was, they were being stubborn. They refused to look at a certain situation your way. They refused to look at why you did the way you did it. They refused to look at it, but now they see why you left. They see why you did what you did, why you said what, they refused to look at it a certain way. They didn't want to see it your way for the longest. They wanted to continue to lie to themselves, but finally they had to stop. And they had to realize they were the ones who created their own confusion by casting these illusions over you. This is that wand with the magician. Somebody had to say, wait, you know what? It wasn't her or him. It was me speaking that shit about them. And then I'm saying that shit so much to the fact that I'm believing on my own motherfucking lie. You know what I'm saying? How somebody says the same lie about you because they think it's cool. They think it's what's going to get them attention. And they like, yeah, they stole my life, or I won't use that. Like, they wrecked my car, something like that. And you never drove their car, you never been by their car. Hell, you didn't even know they had a car, And so somebody keeps saying that, yeah, the years go by, yeah, they wrecked my car, they wrecked my car, they wrecked my so much to the point where that motherfuckers believe in their own lies. And one day you talking to them and you like, okay, wait a minute. When was I ever in your car? When did you even have a fucking car? Well, I thought that did it. And then it's that at that point they realize, you know what? I've been lying this entire time to myself and to everybody else. Because sometimes people, they just can't catch themselves. They can't. And it's like they try to, it's like that they're putting this curse on you that follows you everywhere. This is somebody who's been lying about you for years. This is a lie that's been following you for years. And now it is finally coming out. And who has said what about you? It's finally coming out. Yep. This could be, how somebody was maybe jealous about you because maybe you were the Empress and they were the Queen of Wands or something like that. Maybe you was the chosen one and they wasn't. Maybe you was the patriarch, the matriarch, and they wasn't. I don't know. Shit, people are crazy, but whatever it is, somebody, like I said, somebody said some bullshit about you for so fucking long, spread such a fucking lie for so fucking long that they even believed the shit. And like I said, this is something that created confusion within the family or within the group or whatever for a long ass time. For a long time. This is something that you knew was a lie about you. You knew this is a lie about you for a long time. But you knew that you just felt like, hey, you just going to bide your time because one of these days it's going to come out. Something's going to happen. Something's going to come out, And that's whenever you would get your, it's like that's whenever your name would be cleared, that you told the truth, that you was always loving, that you was the earth angel, that you was the one. It's almost like you have to go through so much just to have your name cleared, but somebody lied on you, and this shit been following you around for a long ass time. Somebody's starting to see why you left. Because you was always having to protect yourself. You was always having to fight to protect yourself, work to protect yourself. You was always having to work harder. What's the message? Yep. So somebody decided it was time for them to make a decision. Do they always want to be sad and sorry, or do they want to go ahead and be happy? Somebody, they have to, they had to take the blindfolds off. This is somebody that, they've been holding back, and finally, a judgment call has been made. Somebody said something, or they asked them something that they couldn't deny. Somebody had been holding back for a long time, and maybe because they felt like they should have, pledged allegiance or gave to somebody else, offered a cup of love to somebody else, maybe somebody else who didn't deserve it, had a title. Somebody that they was, either the head of an organization or the head of a family or something like that. But whatever this is somebody made a decision, they made a judgment call that I feel like that they was going to stop protecting this person. They was going to stop protecting this individual who they had, it's like they have a lot of love for this person, but I feel like they're going to stop protecting this person. Because it's like that the information is out. It's out. They can't hide it no more. What is this? Yeah, about who did what. It's out. It's out. Can't hide it no more. Somebody's thinking about too much. And the more they think about it, the more that is coming out. All the games, all the tricks, all the times that they threw some shit, all the times that they were sitting here, they were responsible for it too. All these people that are receiving this karma, and here it is, you're protecting yourself from all of them. Somebody's thinking, contemplating, reminiscing. Yeah. I feel like this person was around a witch and a warlock. I really do. They may not have been like knowing that they was practicing witches and warlocks, but they were, just by the words that they chose to speak. And they was, using whatever they could to, this is that coven. This is somebody realizing that it's that coven. And the more they stayed around, it's like the more they got sucked in, the more they got sucked in, the more they got sucked in. Finally, they finally realized that they had to make the plan to stop. They had to purposely stop and plan to go in a different direction. Because they saw that, it was somebody else's plan to do this earth angel in. I mean, at all costs. Somebody had been lying on an earth angel for a long time. For a long time. And now Someone is ready to, I feel like they feel, I feel like it's like a burst of love. Because like I said, this a judgment call has been made. I just kind of feel like it's almost like a feeling of freeing. I feel like this person, they wanna come towards someone. They wanna make a love offer. They wanna extend some type of invitation. They wanna reconnect. They wanna reestablish a relationship. They don't want someone to be, feeling like they have to protect themselves anymore, or at a distance, or at arm's length. What's the message? Thank you. hmm Someone feels trapped because they feel like they are responsible for you feeling like you have to protect yourself. Like you can't reach out, like you can't, extend the olive. They feel like if they don't extend the olive branch, then you're just gonna go on with life. And they're realizing that this is what they've done. You're not reaching out to them. You're not trying to, do this with them because of how they were with you. What comes around goes around. They're just thinking that they're now realizing that this shit is going back around to them. They didn't think about this shit when they was doing it, but they're thinking about this shit while it's being done. Now they realize that, hey, for them to connect with you is going to be a lot harder than what they realize. But that's what they want. They definitely want. They definitely want that. Because they put themselves in a situation, in a predicament. It's like you told them the truth about this whole group. What's the message? Thank you. I feel like this with this Emperor, the Nine of Cups, and the Strength card, I kind of feel like, and how, see, for whatever reason, I was looking at this, how he's got that lemon or that grapefruit in his hand. Like that and that staff on the other hand. I almost feel like these are the last two things that he has control over left. And it's almost like he's got such a firm grip on this grapefruit. To me, it looked like it. He had a firm grip on this grapefruit, like he's trying to hold on control, but it's not gonna work because it was somebody holding on too tight of control in the first damn place. Is how the shit got broken. hmm and see, he's not ready to tell the truth either. Like I said, somebody's not ready to lose control. They're not ready to not lose control. That's not the right word. They are not ready to relinquish control. They want to they want to control you. How you think, what you think, when you think, do you think? They want to control. Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you with anybody? And they want to control all assets and facets of your life. But it's not going to happen because somebody broke free of this group, of this coven, of this, and they turned their back. They knew that they were not where they needed to be. It's almost like they knew they weren't being treated right. They weren't being treated fairly, like they were being overlooked. And so that's why they're no longer with that group. And that's the truth. They put that to rest, and that's the truth. Somebody has broken free. They went on their own merry way. And let me tell you something. When they plan to do that, ever since they've done that, let me tell you, the wheel of fortune has been seriously, seriously, seriously turning in their favor. Turning in their favor. See, somebody thought that you was going to come back. You didn't forget nothing. You didn't forget nothing, so why go back? And if you did forget it, they can have it. No need to go back. They can keep it. You'll just get another one. No need to dredge up any more lies. Like RB said, another spin on it. Nothing. It's all good. They can keep all of the secrets. They can keep all of the games. They can keep it going. They can do it. Have at it, but have at it over there. And they're watching you. They're watching how good fortune is coming, and you're coming to you. It's like goodness is coming to you. When you were just following what spirit wants you to do, you were just allowing your intuition to guide you. You have a love offer coming in. Cupid's arrow is sending someone your way. Ooh, 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 ooh. This is somebody that can see you kind of just, it's almost like, I don't know why I feel like eloping all of a sudden. All of a sudden, like one day you're single, 2 weeks later you're like, what? You guys got married? Wait, what? I welcome new love too, Sia. What's the message, Spirit? Yeah. Somebody sees you. Ooh. They're captivated by you. They see you as like well-rounded and very like feminine. They see you, or very intuitive, very, kind, gentle. That's they like that. Blessed. What better way to be? You feel me? What better way to be than blessed? And this person, they know it's time. They're at a fork in the road. They know it's time for them to make a better decision. We got, better time, because they realize that, hey, everything that glitters is not gold. All that shit that was sparkling and shit like that, yeah, it wasn't gold. Now they feel like, they want to make sure they're not on that merry-go-round of a never-ending story. They want that change to come. They're like, please. They don't even want to imagine that shit. They're ready for change to come. All right, what's the message, Spirit? What is the message? Thank you. Something is happening here and now. Oh, and somebody knows it's the truth. It's the truth. Something's happening here and now, and it's the truth. Somebody knows that it's time. They have to be flexible. They know that they need to be flexible because they know that they was not being flexible before. They was being very stubborn. It's time that they have to co-create. If they don't try to be flexible and co-create, they know they're gonna be orphaned. They have to realize they have to leave the old and step into the light. Come on, Caroline, step into the light, Caroline. It is time to go. It is time to go from that old life. Step into the new light. Step into the new life. Step into the truth. Step into happiness. Yep. Because somebody's tired of going round and round and round. They feel like they are on this hamster wheel. It's the same shit. Different faces. It's the same shit. They're experiencing the same thing. They're wondering why things are not coming towards them, like things are coming so close to them, and they try and reach out to get it. And as soon as they reach out to get it, it's gone. And that's because the negative people that they are around, as that's withdrawing, that's stopping, that's curtailing, that's abolishing, that's making somebody never get a leg up, so they always feel like it's an unfinished symphony. Somebody was ready to give up, but now they feel like the only other option instead of them giving up is to fucking leave. Once again, someone is at a fork in the road and they are giving this some serious thoughts. And the only other thing they can think of is time for them to leave. It's time for them to go to the sea by themselves. Because they've been looking at you. They looked at you and they thought at one point that you weren't ever going to leave. You weren't ever going to leave these people, this tribe that you thought had your back, but they never, ever, ever had your back. You thought this tribe was the one that you were supposed to co-create with, but they never, ever, ever had your back. They always left you out. They always left you hanging. They always played you to the left, to the right, to the side. So it was time to go. And when you left, immediately when you left, it was almost like by magic, you ran into Treasure Island. It was like you were all of a sudden blessed with a gift. And that gift has helped you to be able to go the distance and not give up. That gift has been able to help you to be able to push and create things that you never thought that you would be able to create. Sometimes you wonder why. Why did you have to leave? Why did you have to do or go or have your life the way it is? Why? And Spirit lets you know because it was time for a change in the wind. The only way that I could give you what you really wanted was to put a change in the wind. And that's why I wanted to give you this new life. That's the message. This new life, it came like this. It's almost like somebody feels, how they say, it feels like it's too good to be true. It's like that new life. I feel like this is the tribe. I feel like this is the tribe letting somebody know, like, no, you don't need to leave anywhere. You don't got to go anywhere. Don't look at what somebody else is doing and how well they're doing. So what? So what that they've made billionaire status? You don't really want to be a billionaire, do you? I mean, you like being a hundredaire or a thousandaire, just like us. You don't want to be no billionaire. You don't even want to do the millionaire shit. Trust me, too many taxes. You're saving yourself making 27,000 a year. You're saving yourself. Trust me on this one. But somebody's not believing it because they still keep thinking about you and they keep thinking about you getting this gift immediately, like this burst from the universe immediately as soon as you left. And they knew it was because it was nothing but to be fair to you. The universe was blessing you, and the universe blessed you because you made it through all this chaos and this conflict, and you were able to remain loving and at peace. I hear you, light worker William. What's the message? Thank you. Yeah, someone's thinking about you. Like how maybe it's because of the holidays coming up or something. I'm not sure, but I don't. I just kind of feel like someone feels like, you know what between you guys, it's not over. It's not over. This time, somebody wants to go by the book. They want to take their time. They want to take the time and breathe. Not just breathe, but actually look, see, appreciate. Somebody wants to really go by the book. Someone is ready to come to the edge where they were too afraid to go before. Now they're no longer afraid to go there because they know, really, they want to be between these worlds. They want to go from what seemed old and gray into what is now vibrant and colorful. Exactly the way that you did. Exactly the way that you did. Someone feels this connection with you. It's like now they feel who they are to you. Not only that, but more importantly, they feel like there is no place like home. Something is close. It's in the midst. You may have an idea of what's close, what's coming towards you. Ooh, what's the message? And here we are, woke folk. We definitely are not the usual type, that's for sure. This is somebody who had to learn the hard way that if they don't like your mama, they don't like you. This is somebody who may be or may have been a fallen angel in the past. Somebody who acted like they were too busy, but they aren't too busy now. Now this is somebody who wants to go to grandma's house or is thinking about grandma's house. This is somebody who maybe has something to say about the wire or had some type of internet crimes happen to them or something. This is somebody who I feel they had to rescue themselves. I feel like they were waiting for you to bust down the door with the SWAT vest on, and the red-eye gun and everything, but you didn't show up. Even whenever they were in prayer, you didn't show up because you had to let them know they got to rescue themselves. Now somebody feels like there's an urgent phone call. What's the message? Somebody is super duper triggered. Only because it is the moment of truth. What you gonna do? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when I come for you? I don't know why I just heard that song. What's the message? Thank you. God pulling up in the El Camino. Some shit about to go down, y'all. Ooh, somebody was out for your blood. This could have been your family. You better hope karma don't come. Because she ain't kicked an ass in a day or two. Something about some closed doors lead to new open doors. And guess what? Somebody got proof. Hello. And they also realized it was not worth it. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. They're like, shit. Yep, you had to let somebody know, yo, baby, you were not going to keep trying to drag me down. I will have to, we have to remain, think, dream, and pray positive. Just to win in the end. Just to win in the end. What else, Spirit? What else? What else? Somebody's going to start traveling soon. Ooh, somebody been released. That's good. Yep. RB said, turn up. That's right. Remember, though, don't turn up too much because you reap what you sow. So plant good seed and do good deed. Remember, it's always going to be their life and your life. So do not allow people to bamboozle you. Follow your north node. Somebody is not feeling good. They ain't feeling good at all. Not at all. Because they're thinking about some shit. And they praying for a miracle. They are. Right. Thank you, RB. Excuse me. What is the message? Yeah, somebody wanted somebody else to act like a puppet on a string. How about you do that stupid shit? How about you do that? Yeah, and the beef ain't even with you. You know? Come on now. Yep, somebody needs some self-reflection. Sure do. Because they as guilty as a motherfucker. You guilty ass goony goo motherfucker. And stand in your convictions. If you know that somebody is guilty, stand in that. Okay? Something about somebody's going to get an encouraging message. And their word is their bond. So if somebody give you their word, take that. Exactly. Exactly. Like Booker William. Because you are not who they thought that you was. Hello. See, they didn't give you enough credit where credit was due. That's what that was. But whose fault is that? Not yours. Hello. What's the message? Because prosperity comes to you. Something about your 12th house of psychic, spiritual, and highly intuitiveness. Anything else? Anything else, Spirit? Okay. That's not good. Satan thinks somebody's dumb. And it's only because they was caught and the game is over. Oh, because you had to show up in savage mode. Hello. And the only person that was able to break that shit up was but God. That was it. All right, y'all. I'm going to leave it there. So I'm going to get me something to eat. Starving. I worked too long today at my regular job. Y'all, I'm trying to get up to 5,000 subscribers. Please help me. I don't know what, but I don't have any. I can make some bracelets to give away if you want, but I'm just trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. But if you want a bracelet, let me know. However, if you are out of the country and you want a bracelet, let me know. I'll make it for you. But you'll have to pay for the postage, which I think is like $20, except for Kate. I've taken care of Kate's. But anybody else, if your name is not Kate, you'll have to pay for your own postage. Okay. All right. So, all right. But Mose, thank you so very much. I'm so glad that I got an opportunity to see you. And Kate, yes, Kate, thank you so very much. And Lightworker William. And Sia, thank you, Sia, so much. I really do appreciate you. I really do. And yes, let's see. And my sister, yeah, she goes by Nixworth, but she's really my sister. And Yolanda, it was so good seeing you. Wedding cake, yes, wonderful seeing you. And Truth, yes, God's echo, it was wonderful seeing you again. Marcia and Marie, Kahina, and Mistyped Creations. RB, yes, of course. And yes, I thank you so very much. All right, y'all. Let me see. I worked hard to get back up. And baby, I'm standing all the way up this time. Good. Yes. No, not stopping down or making myself fun. Right, exactly. No. We don't do that. They have to reach our level. They have to pull themselves up to us. We're not going to dummy down to hurts our back, hunching down, stooping down to get to their level. Fuck that. Stand up tall and proud. Thou shalt not try me. You can't fuck with me, then don't try and fuck with me. New shirt. You can't fuck with me. Don't try and fuck with me. Y'all, I love you. All of you, individually and collectively as a family. Let's pray for each other. And I will see you all tomorrow. Same time, same back channel. And I love you all. Good night. And Shaylin.